All right, we are heading into the home stretch here, and Senator Barasso, Senator Cardin, and Senator Warren.
Thanks so much, Mr. Chairman. Great to see you again. Thanks for being here today. Last November, the U.S. Department of Agriculture finalized a rule allowing fresh beef imports from Paraguay. Serious concerns I have with this new rule, given that Paraguay has a history of foot and mouth disease. The last outbreak, 2012. Here in the U.S., we haven't had a foot and mouth disease since 1929, 100 years. An outbreak would be catastrophic to American cattle producers. The Biden administration has stressed the importance of Paraguay as an ally. I'm just worried about placing one of our largest agriculture industries at unnecessary risk. #1 cash crop in Wyoming, beef. U.S. Department of Agriculture's approval process for Paraguayan beef was, I believe, questionable. Specifically, the department's Animal Plant Health Inspection Service relied on site visits from 2008 and 2014. So we're making a decision based on a site visit most recently 10 years ago. This means there are no recent in-country site visits to confirm Paraguay's animal health claims. So, as U.S. Trade Rep, how are you ensuring that the U.S. promotes science-based trade with our allies and relies on the latest, most accurate information prior to granting market access?
Senator Barasso, thank you so much for raising this particular issue. It's something that we are tracking very closely and tuning in with respect to the latest events here in the Senate, tracking what may happen in the House, and are in conversation with USDA. To your question, I get a lot of flack for not negotiating traditional big FTAs. Nevertheless, it is really important for me to impress upon senators like you from great agricultural producing states that we value our farmers, big and small, and our ranchers across the board. What I want to highlight is in every single one of our active, ongoing negotiations, whether it's in the Indo-Pacific, with Kenya, with Taiwan, we are actively negotiating agriculture chapters that address this particular issue, especially around science-based approaches to regulating food trade and agricultural trade. So that's been a very, very high priority for us. We're making very, very good progress with all of these partners. And even outside of those types of negotiations, the commitment to science-based, transparent, risk-based regulation is something we deeply believe in.
Well, and I appreciate the concern and the value that you place on our farmers and ranchers. I mean, my concern is science-based, as you talk about how critically important it is. There hasn't been an on-site visit in 10 years, so I would just hope that you would consider that as you move forward with that area. I want to move on to the next, which is, July of 2023, I sent to you a bipartisan letter, bicameral, regarding Mexico's discriminatory policies toward American energy producers. We urged you to pursue full enforcement action against Mexico. Mexico's policies have violated the historic U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. Mexico continues to favor their state-owned utility and oil and gas companies. These actions threaten more than $10 billion in U.S. energy investment. Regarding this issue, the 2024 Trade Policy Agenda report says, as of December 2023, the parties continue to consult on this matter. You're well aware of that. So what concrete steps have you taken to resolve issues with Mexico's energy policies that would protect American producers?
So we went through a period of intensive consultations and engagements with Mexico. I know the word consultation sounds polite. They can be pretty heavy-hitting conversations that we have. I think maybe the most important aspect of the work that we are doing on this right now today is with respect to our own companies. We want to make sure that steps that we take are well supported by our companies, are coordinated with them, and I think that just for purposes of this conversation, I'm happy to follow up with you as well. I'll just put the emphasis there that we remain very, very engaged with our companies around our strategy here.
I guess final question, Mr. Chairman, just so you know the timing. Why has the U.S. then not requested a dispute settlement panel with relation to this?
It is one of the options that we have, and again, it's something that we are talking to our stakeholders about.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.